Well, welcome and good morning. My name is Howard Tipton, and I have the privilege of serving as your county administrator. We are here this morning to celebrate Phoenix Metals, to celebrate Bill Wilcox and Brooks Price and their vision for a local business doing business on a global scale and expanding right here in our community. And we stop and we just pause, and they're going to hear it a lot today, but we start by just saying thank you to them for their vision and for their commitment to our community. They could have gone anywhere, and they chose St. Lucie County to continue and to expand, and so we are just so grateful for them and appreciative of this day. We're also appreciative of the vision of our Board of County Commissioners, who are working hard from east to west, north to south in our county to help create a climate where businesses can expand. And we've put a special effort up here in the northern part, up here with the airport. And we're here today to also celebrate the first use of our revolving loan fund. And so this provides businesses in our community access to low-cost capital, just one of those barriers that can keep them from growing and building. And so we're excited about this first use as well. So it's really a great day. We're excited for all of the folks here at Phoenix Metals to celebrate.
So I want to start off by saying thank you to everybody for coming out here today. And as the new incoming chair, it couldn't be a better start for ribbon cutting here today at Phoenix Metals. Bill and Brooks are not ones to boast about themselves. So last night I sat down and I tried to write a few things to share with you today about things and stories that I've heard through the years I've had the privilege of getting to know them. So Bill first started his career as a helper with Wolin Airport Equipment in Miami right after serving in the Navy. So thank you for your service, and thank you to everybody else that has served in our military. He quickly worked his way up to the production manager of the company, at the end overseeing 300 employees. Brooks was hired during this time, beginning as a welder, and he quickly was promoted multiple times and worked up to oversee the warranty department for all the products. Brooks also installed passenger boarding bridges and traveled all around the world installing them. Him and Bill worked together for 17 years and became close friends, and the company sold and was relocated into Wisconsin. So a year later, the two of them got together, and that's when Phoenix Metals was birthed in Miami. In 1995, they formed a partnership, and after researching through the east coast of Florida, they saw the future here at St. Lucie County's Fort Pierce Airport. They made the decision of relocating the company on Industrial 3. They started off by hiring 6 local men here in St. Lucie County. Today, they currently employ 46 employees. So thank you all for coming out here and joining this day with them. So here's some things that I think to a lot of you that are here today, you already know this about them, but they're a second chance employer. They believe in giving people opportunity, and 90% of the employees they have given a hand up in life, and you see the success of their company today. They're involved with EDC Boot Camp. They both serve on Career Source on the job training and apprenticeship programs. They continuously serve our community, assisting with sponsorships for the successes of our nonprofits to move forward. They're the founding members of the Treasure Coast Manufacturing Association. My hands are frozen. And Bill currently serves today as the Vice President of the TCMA. Brooks is currently still serving on the Board of Directors, and Bill currently serves with Career Source on the Workforce Ready Committee. They both serve on the Indian River State College Welding Training and Advisory Committee. So here's some interesting facts about Phoenix. They are the oldest tenant on the airport. How many of you knew that? Most would think that it's the restaurant, but through the last 20 years, the restaurant has sold multiple times. So the longest business on our airport today is Phoenix Metals. They are also the second largest employer on the airport, the first being the college. The school over there is the first. Second is Phoenix Metals, employing 46 employees. So the two of them are our heroes, and I'd like to thank you for never giving up here on us in St. Lucie County. I know that we were the diamond in the rough, and you're our future of helping us bring it into tomorrow, Brooks and Bill. So I personally want to say thank you for sticking it out with us. I know you're expanding, and I know that we're going to be seeing bigger and better things from you. So it's really an honor on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners to welcome you and to see this addition come forward. So thank you.
As she said, I'm Bill Wilcox, and this is Brooks Price. We're the co-owners of Phoenix Metal Products. I'm the vice president, and Brooks is the president, and he's also the smart one. So pay attention when he talks.
I'm the quiet one also.
Okay, what I want to let you know about what we do here. A lot of people don't realize. I remember when Mayor Hudson and Mr. Mims came out here, they had no idea this was done in airport in Fort Pierce, Florida. We build equipment for the airlines and the military and airline servicing companies. It's called GSE, Ground Support Equipment. And we do stuff for the passenger service, for maintenance, and for aircraft service. What we do for passenger service is we build passenger stairs, which obviously unloads the aircraft. We do from a small one that you push or pull, all the way up to a medium motorized one, to a large motorized one. And when you take the tours, you'll see it's mounted on a truck. And we go from a smallest aircraft like a RJ all the way up to a A340, which is the A340 has the highest threshold level of any aircraft. And then we do service equipment, which is laboratory service. We empty the toilets. We're number one in the number two business. We do drinking water carts that puts the water on, and they can't mix it up, okay? You can't, two different sized nozzles. And I remember I went to boot camp. I don't know how many of you know what boot camp is, but it was high school kids getting out of high school that they take a tour for 4 days, and then we interview them on the 5th day. They call it signing day. And they had all made a tour here, and I remember there's a group of about 18 of them, and I was giving them a little talk about what it's like to work for a living since they came out of high school. And one of the kids said, "What's your number one product?" And I said, "A laboratory service truck." And he said, another kid raised his hand. He goes, "Well, I understood that they just open the valve and dump that on the people that's below. It's just they don't dump, they dump it on the ground as they're landing." I go, "Glad you brought that up because that's true." I said, "Nobody wants to live near the airport because they have shit storms." And then I told him, I says, "That can't happen. It's impossible." We went on about that, but it's kind of amazing how they have a misconception about what things do. The other thing we do is we have maintenance equipment that the mechanics use to service the aircraft, elevates them up. We build them on our own chassis that we build from the ground up. We build the chassis, we put the engine in, the transmission in. We have an excellent reputation in the industry as a quality product. Thank those guys. They put out nothing but quality, constant quality. It's a good group of people. We have an excellent staff. I don't know if Nicole's out here, but she keeps a handle on us, and Ronnie in the office. And we have an engineering group, a quality control group, purchasing group. They all do a real good job, and we're not heavy on overhead people. We're very slim. We do excellent engineering and design. Brooks helps a lot of design. One of the jobs that Brooks had when we were at Wallard was warranty, and he knew all the problems our previous employer had. So we kind of designed all those places out of the aircraft, out of the equipment, so we didn't have those issues. But we're glad to be here. It's been a rough road getting this done. Say we're up to 46 people. We're rocking and rolling. They work overtime. They start at 6 in the morning, get off at 5:30 in the evening. Been doing that for 4 years. So it's a dedicated workforce, good people, and we're glad to be here. Brooks?
All right. Sorry for the voice, but all right. So the project started about 3.5 years ago, and we had a lot of help from Kathy Townsend, Pete Tesh, and Jill Marassa from EDC to get this going. And then Peter Jones came on board, and I think everybody just dumped it in his lap. So what we had 14,000 square feet here under roof before we started, and we added 6,600 feet to the assembly building down on the west side, and we covered 1,600 square feet of concrete on the back of the brake and shear department. So right now we're at 21,000 square feet. So, but it was a good project. We actually got it done for about $39 a square foot. We didn't have the greatest contractor in the world, but we did get it done, and it worked out well. So I want to thank all the county commissioners for helping push this through, and their staff. And again, without the guys over here, the Phoenix employees, we wouldn't even be here. So thank you.
Got to thank everybody from the county. Thank Bill and Brooks. And you know, you said that you're number one in the number two business. I can tell you we need you in Washington because Washington's full of crap. So what's that? I just got to say, I mean, I think you can. I'm not going to speak for you, but I think you've shared it from your heart before. You're a product of that flag right there, where you wake up in a place just like all of us every single day, where we get to just wake up and decide for ourselves whether this day is better than the day before, or this week is better than the week before, or this month or this year is better than the month or year before that. And that's the way we all push through each and every day, and we understand that there's seasons of life, and we push through and we push through, and we get to that place that we want to get to. And hopefully we got great folks along the way like we do in this county that do everything that they can to push those obstacles out of the way instead of putting hurdles in front of us. So great community, great work. Proud of the time that you tried to teach me how to weld. You could only work with what you got, so you did your best. But, you know, in that, good work, everybody.